Hey, what's up? It's Krista Staley here, and I am bringing something new for you today. So, I have a new method of application for you today, and it kind of just marries my two favorite products together in the most beautiful, wonderful, customizable way. And so, I'm going to break that down for you, but what I'm calling it is called the Fusion Method, and it's going to bring my demi color and my 3D color, both from Saint. It's going to bring them together and cause some major magic on your face. And you're going to love it because I love it, and I know that you can do it and you will absolutely love it as well. Okay, so before I get started, I need to build my compact. So this is the new compact that I've just got and absolutely love. It's a double decker, and I have all of my eyeshadows down here in the bottom, which obviously I already did my eyes, and I used these three colors down here and then this one right here. And so if you want me to give you those colors, I can just put them in the comments. So just put your hand up in the comments and I'll give you those colors. But I'm going to build the top with all of my face colors. So let's do that. So we're going to start out with anywhere where we're going to create shadows. So like their contour areas is what we're going to start with. But before we put any makeup on your face, please do this step. This is the most important step to this whole entire method. So we're going to look at our faces because everyone's face is so unique and beautiful, and you have different movements. And those movements are the key, the map to this whole application method, okay? So what you're gonna do is go ahead and do like a good big smile, a nice grin. And you're gonna pay attention to the areas that move from when you're not smiling to when you're smiling. So like most of the time it's gonna be around your eyes and your mouth. And look for like fine lines and wrinkles and a lot of movement. So just go ahead and do that right now with me. So anywhere that you can see on your face where you've got like those wrinkly areas or like smile lines or anything like that, those are the areas that we're going to put our demi. And that's also the areas that we're going to avoid with our 3D, okay? And so back around the outside of my face, it's not moving much. When my face moves, when I'm talking and I'm smiling, the outsides of my face aren't really moving much. The beauty about doing it this way is we're going to keep the 3D in the areas of our face that aren't moving much. So we don't have to even worry about them moving throughout the day. But if I was to put like 3D around here, around my eyes, or any other makeup, not just 3D, but any liquid or powder or cream, anything at all, if my face moves, the makeup moves, which is totally normal. And that's just what we've gotten used to over time. But the beauty is, if I swap out a few little products and put some demi color here in those areas and these areas, that's not moving because demi doesn't move, remember? And it doesn't add that added makeup texture. And so you're gonna get this totally awesome look that is gonna be the same when you do it in the morning until you go to bed. Well, before you wash your makeup off at night, before you go to bed. But your makeup isn't going to move, and you're not going to have to like tap it out or add more makeup later in the day because it's not moving. So let's get started, right? Let's just jump into it, and I will just kind of give you little nuggets as we go. So I'm jumping into my contour first, okay? And this is my favorite brush for that, and we're just going to kind of stay. So remember, if I smile, it's going to stop. I'm getting the most movement through here, and it's getting less and less movement around here-ish. So I can keep that contour in this area back here. And I can put that on, and I can kind of just buff it up a little bit, which we can blend a little more as we go. But let's just get that product on first of all, and then we'll go from there. So I'm kind of just stopping where my face gets more movement there, okay? So you're going to do that to your face as well. And it might be a little further back. It might be further in. You just decide where you're not getting near as much movement, okay? And that's where you can put your contour. Now with me, look at all that, look at all that movement on my forehead. I've got to keep my contour up a little bit higher to avoid that movement. Anytime I raise my eyebrows, I just get lots of wrinkles on my forehead. And I'm not a Botox girl, so that ain't going to go away anytime soon. So yeah, it's definitely going to depend. Like if you're a Botox person, then you're probably not going to have near as many wrinkles, and you can get away with doing a little bit more of the 3D in places that I can't get away with. But once the product is on your face, you can kind of just like blend it out, and we'll even do a little bit more in the end. But that's about it for my contour. Cream products, which is this is all cream. They're very movable, so you can play with it, very forgivable. Even if you don't get it right, like perfect the first time, it doesn't matter. It's gonna just blend beautifully all together at the end, okay? So once we kind of get our contour on, then, well, I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna flip around to the little side, and I'm gonna go into my highlight color. So smiling again, I'm noticing that there's lots of little teeny wrinkles right above that dark shadow. And like this kind of comes up, but I'm not getting wrinkles right here. So I can put this 3D right under that dark spot and just kind of feather it down lightly. And I'm using the smallest amount of product, barely any at all. But I'm gonna just push it right up to that dark spot and then feather it down. And I'm kind of gonna stop about right there because there's another little crease there, that smile line. I don't want my makeup to start creasing in that spot, so we're just gonna kind of stay on this side of my nose, little nostril area, in that zone right there. But then I can go inside there and put some as well. Right up under my nose and down to my lips. And then once all the product is kind of off my brush, I can just kind of marry those a little bit. So like there's barely anything going on there, but we'll just kind of cover those areas. And then I can also bring some up on the bridge of my nose, because that spot of my face doesn't really, unless I really actively crinkle my nose, which I don't think I do much during the day, that's just not going to move a whole lot for me. So next we can just follow the guide of your face. So the next spot, I'm going to hop into a little bit lighter of a highlight. And when I smile and my eyes kind of get wrinkly, mostly through there. So I can probably put highlight, like 3D highlight through that area, but I'm not gonna go in any further, okay? So about right there and brushing it out. And the reason that I like to use a little bit lighter of a highlight there is because light colors draw your attention there. And I love to draw attention in my eye area. And you should too, because everyone's eyes are beautiful, and they're kind of like, I don't know, the thing that you look at first on a person, I feel like. So we want that area to be nice and bright and draw all your attention to your eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on both sides. It's pretty similar on both sides. I've got symmetrical wrinkles going on. And we'll just feather up just right on the top of that eyebrow as well. Brighten that up as well, just brushing it out. And don't worry, all this will blend together. I stop right where I've put my contour because I don't need to layer anything here. Everything is one single layer. But now at this point, there's not really any product on my face, and I'm just kind of like blending that out very slightly, just so there's not any harsh lines. But then I'm not getting layers and layers of makeup, so it's all cakey, you know. Nobody likes that. So let's avoid that at all costs. Okay, and then we're gonna move on down to the jaw, which, okay, do the smile trick again. Here we go. I'm getting most of the movement is around my mouth and like this area, so I'm not gonna put anything there. But like back here, I can get away with it. So let's just put it on there. Kind of those out, it's pretty much, I bet on your face too, the outside of your face is gonna get a lot less movement than the middle. I mean, I think that's pretty normal, right? But everyone's face is gonna be a little bit different. So if it works for me, it may not work for you, but I hope that I'm explaining it well enough that you can find those key areas on your face that work for you as well. They're probably gonna be similar to mine though. Probably not too far off. And then I'm just gonna not add any more product at this point in those areas. I'm just gonna feather it in ever so slightly so that this area right here is not totally neglected. And this is one of my most favorite things about cream is that you can do this. You can add as much or as little product in different areas of your face as you want. I love, love, love that. Okay, so I'm gonna be really precise here and just get the very center of my chin because like I have little creases right there. So I'm not gonna get anywhere near that. I'm gonna tap into both of those actually, get a little bit of both. And I'll just do it right in the center there. Yeah. And then I'll just kind of feather it out like I've been doing very, very slightly. Just have a little dot of redness right on the center of my chin, and that takes care of it so nicely. And then we'll just blend it out so there's no lines. And then we're gonna zap that blemish and that one and get rid of these dark areas of my face. But we're gonna do that with Demi because remember, those are the areas that are moving a whole lot more. But first, before I do that, I'm gonna blend my 3D out because once I put Demi on, we're not touching this face, okay? We're just gonna leave it as is. So we're gonna just take this big, fluffy, awesome brush and just tap out those areas, make sure they're blended. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little blush too here in a second. We just came out with 5 new blush colors and I absolutely love them. So I will definitely be using one of those. I do have my favorite and you better believe I've been wearing it like every single day for the last few weeks that I've had it in my hands. It's the bomb. I love it so much. Okay. So once you kind of feel like that's blended how you like it, you can go ahead and add your blush, which, okay, this one is called La Cienega, and I love it so much. I can just use the same brush here, just tap ever so slightly, and just give my cheeks a little color, little kiss. Add so much life. Such a subtle little thing, but it adds so much life to your face. So, and then we'll just kind of blend it out. Not adding any more, but just making sure it's blended. Very natural. We're gonna go ahead and get started with a Demi, which Demi is these 4 colors right here. These are not eyeshadows, this is Demi color. And this is the brush I'm gonna use. It's this tiny little end, and I'm gonna tap in to these colors ever so slightly, and you'll see the magic happen. But as I'm going, I just wanted to tell you the reason that I absolutely love this method is that, like I said in the beginning, it brings the best of both worlds together. So with my 3D, I love that it gives me that flawless finish, that smooth complexion look. But I also love with Demi that I can still see my freckles and I can still see my skin and I have that natural glow and it's like healthy looking and fresh. And I just kind of wanted to I just wanted to marry the 2 colors, the 2 product lines together because they just both have so much to offer. So some of my partners and we both were feeling this exact same way. And so when this method was introduced, I absolutely could not wait to share it with you because I know that a lot of people are feeling kind of like how I'm feeling, like you want the best of both worlds, you know, but maybe Demi was too much for you. Maybe it was like a little too intimidating to like evaluate every inch of your face. But this breaks it down so nicely. And I know like a lot of you were already so in love with 3D foundation and you didn't want to give that up. And with this, you just don't have to. You can kind of just try both products and really get that look that you want for your own face. And I love it so much. So I'm just zapping these little spots. It's kind of hard to talk when I'm around my mouth. Have to hold a little more still, but I'm just using the very slightest amount of product. I'm kind of jumping into different colors. Mostly I've been using orange in these areas, like to lighten up those dark areas because there's a lot of blue in those areas. And so orange kind of cancels out blue and gives me that nice bright look. So we'll get that product on there and kind of tap it out. You need the tiniest amount of product. Not even joking, these colors are not even close to hitting 10 and I've had them for a year. Like, it's crazy. You just need the slightest amount of product, I'm telling you. I know I keep saying that, but it's just kind of the secret to it all. You don't like smear it on a whole bunch of it. You just pinpoint. That's why these are nice. You just pinpoint the color on the color, you know, whatever you want to get rid of. You just put that right on that spot and nowhere else. Like if you get outside the lines, you're going to know it because you're going to see the color. And the whole point of Demi is to not see any product on your face at all. In these areas, you're not going to see any makeup texture whatsoever. It's going to look like your skin. And so that's what I love, love, love about Demi. So I think I'm going to get that spot, and then, gosh, I think I'm about done. And this Demi, like I said, it's good for any of the areas that you have a lot of movement in your face. Because there's no added makeup texture, you're not going to get any creasing like at all throughout the day ever. So it's pretty dang awesome. So you can totally get away with it around your eye area. And no matter how dark or colorful your under eyes are, or blemishes or melasma or dark spots at all, we can tackle it with Demi Color. We have way more than these 4 colors. There's like 50 of them. And so what I love to do is give you a personalized color match, because then I can get you the colors that you need for your own skin. And the way to do that, the best way to do that, is to go over to my Instagram, evergreen.ambition. And in the link in my bio, I have a color match form. And you go ahead and fill that out, and I'll give you your own personalized match and get you set up with what you need and your preferences, whatever you like. Whether you're somebody that likes a very minimal amount of makeup, like if you're someone who doesn't even want to look like you have makeup on, this is for you. And if you're someone who wants full coverage, this is for you too. And anywhere in between, we totally got you. So I absolutely love that so much that I'm not kidding when I say this is totally customizable. And you just have to be open with me about what your desires are and what you're wanting in your makeup. And I guarantee that I can make that happen, because we've got the best products, and we can make it all come together in your own customized palette for you, and you can get the look you want. So this is the look I love. Gosh, I have like hardly any makeup under my eyes. There's really nothing going on. I mean, other than like a couple little spots that I filled in those areas, but there's not much makeup on my face right now. I mean, the majority of it is right here to chisel out my cheekbones a little bit, and then to kind of bring down my forehead a little bit. But I mean, that's it. That's the fusion method. That is Demi Color and 3D perfectly combined. And in my awesome, cute little palette, I have all my face makeup on the top and my eyeshadows on the bottom. I think, let's see, I used 3 brushes here. My favorite 3 brushes that I use every single day of my life. And this is it. This is all my makeup. And I absolutely love that. So if that's something that you think you would want to get into, if you'd be interested in, which you totally should, just like I said, go to my Instagram, evergreen.ambition. You can either DM me, or you can just click on the link in my bio. It'll send you over to my color match form, and I will personally give you a customized color match that will be absolutely perfect for you. And yeah, I can't wait to chat more with you about this and get you as excited as I am about this fusion method, because I know you'll love it and you'll feel so beautiful.